So a while back, I asked this Minecraft YouTuber, Ivory Cello. You've probably heard of her. She's just a little bit bigger than me. If she wanted to do an interview, and she actually said yes. So this is that interview. In case you live under a rock or something and somehow don't know who Ivory is, allow me to explain. Ivory is an incredible Minecraft YouTuber that somehow turns everything she makes into an artistic masterpiece. From cinematic shots that should be in movies to action-packed PvP. What is not to enjoy? It's an honor to get to interview her, and I'm so grateful that I get to do it. Okay, now on to the actual interview this time. Alright, so, questions. So have you ever done an interview like this?
No, I don't think so.
Alrighty.
So, yeah.
Uh, how long have you been making content?
Um, well, I like what? Just YouTube videos. Um,
Just like content in general, streaming,
um,
YouTube, that kind of stuff.
okay, well, I started, I started a channel back in 2017. Or yeah, 2017, and I would post ukulele covers. But I eventually got bored. So I started a YouTube channel in 2020, I think, which is Ivory TV, and yeah, now I have my new one. I started streaming last year. So yeah, I don't know if that's long, but
I started streaming, I think, last year too.
okay, twinsies.
Twinsies! What inspired you to make content?
Um, just creators and like movies. Definitely Markiplier was a huge inspiration. I loved the Who Killed Markiplier series. How he just made like this story around just like in YouTube videos. I was like, that is so cool. I like making stories. I want to do that. And Technoblade is also, I think, my biggest inspiration because I was like addicted to his videos when I first found him in like 2017, 2018. And I was like, I want to make Minecraft videos as well. So yeah, definitely those two people got me to do it.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that you do make stories out of a lot of things, and it's super cool to watch.
Just a few sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Uh, how much time a day do you normally put into content?
It really depends. Um, like if my schedule is sane, probably anywhere between like 3 to like 9 hours a day. Um, but yeah, nowadays it's just I can go above that or below that. It just really depends on the day, sadly.
Yeah. For me, like, half the time I just get bored after like an hour maybe,
Mm.
and then I'm just sitting there and I'm tired because people don't realize it takes like
Yeah,
it
it
takes a
takes.
lot. It's like because you have to constantly be entertaining,
Hmm.
and it's tiring. Like,
Yeah,
and then
it does take.
There's a huge thing on TikTok where that dude's like, "Oh well, content creation's harder than your 9 to 5." Like,
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
no, it's not. But there's two different versions of hard. It's
Hmm.
not just physically hard. It can also be mentally hard.
Yeah,
Content creation can be exhausting.
very, very much so, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think you would have done if content didn't work out?
Um, Probably devoted more time into my music career or my film career, which, because I've always wanted to make like a movie or act in a movie. I think that'd be
Yeah.
really cool. Um, but if not that, if none of those, it would probably just be uh, making mechanical keyboards since I really like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, question to add on to that. What is your like process for making music?
Um, so it depends. Like, do you mean stuff that's like music or like background music for my videos that I make?
Uh,
because they're
any
two
music in
different.
general.
They're two different processes for like general, normal music stuff with like lyrics and everything. I It starts with like an idea, maybe I'll get a little thing in my head and I was like, oh, that kind of sounds cool. Then I'll rush to my guitar. Or maybe I figured it out on the guitar. I made like a little sound or chord progression that I like. So I whip out my phone and record it like in the moment so I can come back to it later. And then I get like a chord progression off of that and then add lyrics, and then there's just a whole mixing process after that. But for videos, um, it's not really that I have specific ideas for songs. I mean, there are some of my songs in the past, I've had very specific ideas of what I want them to sound like before I get into my DAW, but the way that I do it mostly is I go into my DAW, I play around with a cool sounding synthesizer until I get something that sounds decent, and the same with drums, either a synthesizer or drums. And then once I get something that sounds okay and like the mood that I want it, then I'll start building everything around that one idea.
Got it. What inspired your username? Like Ivory Cello. What inspired that?
If I could have Ivory, I would definitely, I'd definitely have it because that's just my dream name. I want to get the IGN in Minecraft sometime, but it's taken. If I could just, I don't know, somehow acquire it, that's, yeah. Anyway, so I tack on like one of three different things for my usernames. One is cello, since that's my favorite instrument. Another is frill, because I think they're pretty. It's like my Tumblr and, yeah, my Tumblr username and my Steam username, I think. And then another one is just rosewood, because I like rosewood fretboards. But I think I just chose Ivory Cello because it was the easiest to pronounce and the shortest. And I just put that everywhere that Ivory like is taken for usernames. If I have a display name, I'll keep it as Ivory. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like cellos. It doesn't have to do with anything like special secret lore wise. I just like cellos. They sound cool.
All right, got it. Do you ever play games just for fun anymore, or is it just for like streaming your videos now?
I do for fun. It's a lot less than it used to be. But I tend to play like games for fun if either if I have like downtime and I don't have anything to do, which is kind of rare, but I like to like play Hades or something like that in those moments. But usually the games that I play for fun are if friends are on the game and they want someone to play with, I'll just hop on, play with them a bit.
Alrighty. Do you ever re-edit a video after it's released if there is a mistake in it?
No, no. The release, I usually build it up for a long time so that like if I was like, oopsies, mistake, like there's some of my videos in the past that have like typing errors in the opening title sequence, and I just didn't change them because they have like a million views now, so I can't
Yeah,
re-upload that.
it would be detrimental for the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah. So no, I
Yeah,
don't think I've ever done that.
I remember hearing a lot of content creators talking about how like they don't do that because it just completely kills the video.
Yeah, it does. It
It's
does.
yeah. What's something you'd tell yourself if you could go back in time when you were just starting YouTube?
Um, Probably uh just focus on retention. Um, get a workflow, and also don't be afraid to come out too early, okay? Lamau, go come out quick so that it doesn't get bad.
On the topic of coming out, has your viewer count changed after you came out, and was it good or bad?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's awful. I think I lost about 14,000 subscribers as soon as I posted that video.
That is
Um,
awful.
yeah, well, it's understandable. It's the internet. There's like
People
a large
suck.
chunk of people that just are like, I thought you were cool, but then you had to be trans. And I was like,
That
what?
is so dumb.
Uh, yeah, I used to like look at my comment section a lot because there's like on the YouTube Studio app, um, there's like the top, like the three latest comments. Like if you scroll
Yeah.
down like one swipe, um, but ever since I came out, like those comments, like one of the three has been a hate message, so I just had to delete the app. um,
That is so awful.
but there are definitely like people who support me a lot, which I mean, I'm very glad for like all the people who came to the new channel like so quickly, even though I only have one video on
Yeah.
it, but the new one's coming in a few days, so
Well, I'm glad that people have stayed, but it's awful that people have like
yeah.
stopped watching you because of it. That's awful.
Yeah, well, I think a big part of my audience was entrenched in the toxic PvP and toxic prison Minecraft community, which is just a bunch of edgy 14-year-olds who think, just because they, I don't know, hate trans people that they're cool. I don't really know, but it's still good to get those people out of the weeds of my community, so like only the good ones stay, you know?
Yeah.
So that's one positive.
I've definitely noticed a lot of people being like, I only watched Ivory for the prison videos, and now she doesn't make those anymore, so I don't watch her anymore. I'm like, what the heck? Her content's still good. She doesn't have to be making prison
Thank
videos
you.
for it to be good. Like, what the heck?
Oh well. I guess they can go watch some other edgy creator or something. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
like, go watch someone else then. But don't
Mm-hmm.
leave hate. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to your first viral video?
um, um, kind of just denial. And I think it's still like that. I can't really process that I've made videos with over 1 million views. I just kind of push it out of my mind because I can't really comprehend it.
Is it very much a, like, you feel like you don't deserve it?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I think most of my videos are pretty god awful, so.
I think your videos are great, so,
Ah, thank you.
yeah. Alright, well, that's all the questions I have.
Now you're in
Okay.
the hot seat. Okay. First off, how has your day been going?
Other than stressing out about this,
Oh
it's been going
gosh.
great.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I was like in town and then traffic was like, you know what? What if we delay you for like 5 hours? I was like, yay. Woo. Um,
Woohoo!
but this interview is very nice. Thank you for setting it up.
Thank you for coming to it.
Yeah, you're also. I love your voice, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Um, and last question: should viewers subscribe right now?
Yes. Also
Yes.
subscribe to Ivory if you haven't already.
Subscribe to radio.
Hurry up
Alright.
and subscribe. I know this interview was a little short, but I hope you enjoyed it. I now have a new respect for Ivory. She's genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever talked to, and it was great to interview her. I'm hoping to do more interviews like this in the future, so if you're a YouTuber and want to get interviewed, say so in the comments. Anyways, huge thanks to Ivory for doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one.